Hey guys, welcome to Copernicus Corner. I'm back over in Watcher of Realms at the moment, and I've done most of the dailies and things like that. We're gonna hop over while we kind of wait for folks to come on in and see what kind of events I can mess with here. So we have Ancestral Legacy. This is the one that is like a board game, right? So it's similar, as someone said, to Monopoly. I can see the similarities there for sure. All right, so we're gonna go over to quests right now and see how many dice we can get. Logging into the game today gives us 1 Scalekin bones. Spending 50 stamina decay gives us another Scalekin bones. Clearing any stages 5 times gives us another Scalekin bones. Completing 2 individual quests of the guild gives us 2 completions of that gives us 1 Scalekin bones. Performing 1 summon will give us 1 more. We're not there yet. All right, I got ahead of myself. All right, let's hop over here, and we actually have some rewards to claim in this window, which is 200 stamina. We may as well grab that real quick and then go ahead out and start running the Oracle trial while we do this stuff. So let's come over here, get in here, stage 17, go ahead and auto fight to the maximum, and that'll be going while we continue on with what we're doing here, which is back to the Ancestral Legacy. Go back in here. Okay, we've got 4 dice to roll, so let's roll the first one and see what we get. Got a 4. Which brings us to the Magic Spring Dilemma. A forest spring shimmers with a strange light. Those who drink from it may face an unknown fate. Now, last time I had tried pour in a carried potion. It did some interesting things to do that. For one thing, there was a possibility that the antidote wouldn't work. There were a few different possibilities. I think probably for me the conservative choice is going to end up being the way to go, as far as more often being good for me than bad. But because I suppose in the interest of exploring the options, let's go ahead and risk drinking the shimmering water this time, which is considered a radical choice on here. You summon your courage and drink the water. A strange energy immediately surges within you. So if we roll from the number 13 to 16, we foresee the future. That will reward us with 300 dragon's gold. Very unlikely to happen. If we roll between 8 and 12, a surge of mana flows through you, and we will be rewarded 20 dragon's gold for that. If we roll between the numbers 2 and 7, you begin to gradually petrify. Rewards of 10 dragon's gold. It feels like you wouldn't get rewards for beginning to petrify, but what do I know? I mean, it feels like maybe beginning to gradually petrify. Okay. I guess you could make the argument that we're all kind of gradually petrifying to some degree or another. How gradually is this petrification? That's what I want to know. Alright, let's go ahead and try our luck so we can start our petrification process. Ah, look at that. Imagine that. Alright, could be better. They say, yeah, petrifying, not so good. Alright, so we got 10 dragon's gold there as expected. Claim that. And then let's roll again and see where we go next. Alright, we got a 2. It's going to take us over to this facility, I believe. Nope, sorry, wrong image. 20 dragon's gold. That was, what is this? It's Whimsy Words. Okay, so that's just a random thing that you get in Whimsy Words. Alright, try again. Got a 5 that time. It's another Whimsy Words, I think, so we get another 20 dragon's gold. Alright, one more roll to give a try here. Okay, so this time we landed on the magic mirror illusion. Your reflection appears in an ancient magic mirror, but it moves independently. Now, the one that I need to go with pretty consistently is going to be the conservative choice. That's where I'm going to do the least bad, we'll say. You quickly cover the mirror with your cloak. Angry whispers emanate from within. So let's try our luck and see what happens. Alright, we got a 9, so still solidly in the middle. We get 50 dragon's gold. Me being me, the odds of me rolling the high number on any of these is going to be phenomenally low. So, it would always behoove me to go with the conservative choice on these, I think. But like I said, I'll explore everything, no problem. All right, we got 50 dragons gold for that, and that was the last roll that we have at the moment. So out of here, and then let's go up to the wizard's sword, which is a new thing. When the event is over, the rewards not yet claimed will be issued via mail, it says. And all this is you basically you do different quests and you get different prizes. So enhanced gear by 10 levels in total gives us 30,000 gold. Participating in the arena 5 times gives us 2 arena permits, which is handy. Participating in the arena 10 times gives us 4 arena permits. Claiming guild boss rewards 1 time gives us 1 rare summoning crystal. Summoning 5 times is going to give us 50,000 gold. We're actually about to go and do some summoning. I very strongly expect that we will get through all of these summon rewards from doing this. Apparently, I need to obtain 10 or differing amounts of gear pieces from Gear Raid, which it looks like that goes up to 30. We need to enhance some gear up to, we need to enhance pieces of gear 60 levels in total to be able to get the maximum rewards there. Participate in the arena, looks like 20 times. And claiming the guild boss reward 5 times, promotion raid stages 15 times, resource raid stages 15 times, spending ludicrous amounts of gold, and then of course completing event quests is going to get us different rewards for this wizard sword. So I feel like we can get a long ways through that. Okay, here we have Masterful Strokes. This is the one that we get 15 chances every day. And so let's go ahead and take some of those chances. So we know, I was going to say, we know it's either across the top or from top to bottom. What I've been mostly doing on this is when I have a 50-50 shot, I like in my mind choose which one I'm going to do, and then I flip the script, choose the other one. And that's been actually working pretty decently as far as when it gets down to that choice. Alright. So, we got 1 rare summoning crystal for that. We have 6 more attempts, but we're out of canvases. So, this means that we've completed the Masterful Strokes event, I suppose. Nothing really more to do there. Now, let's see here. I don't know if I have anything that I should claim in the Immortal Codex. I feel like I did this. I think I may have already used mine. Yeah. I went and got, looks like 5 of the ancient summoning shards from here. So, I've used up all of that, and I don't expect to get more from it because I didn't do well enough in Mother of Crows. Alright, we also have some background fights complete. So that's 38,740 gold, 6,750 XP potions, 30 flawless meteorites, 22 radiant meteorites, 108 mithril, 268 mischief artifacts trophies, and 268 brave conquest points for that. Up out of there, we got Root, who has refreshed. Let's check him out real fast. Nothing phenomenal there. I suppose, though, I can go ahead and refresh him. We get 3 refreshes a day, so let's go ahead and do those and see if we can get anything useful here. So that was 1. This is the second one. Don't want to get anything there. This is the 3rd refresh. And then after that, it would cost 500 to refresh again. Alright, so let's check on the arena real fast. Doesn't look like anything there that I want to deal with. I have 365,718 BP myself. These guys have significantly more than that. The one that I would be willing to try is I Am No Name at 404,644. I would be willing to try that, but I'm going to get a refresh in 2 minutes 49 seconds, so I don't really see any reason to. Alright, so let's get out of there, and then let's see. Okay, I think we're good to go. in that case, to the summon window. Don't think I'm missing anything, so let's do that. Alright, so we have 2 ancient summoning crystals, and I'd really like to try for Pierre, so we're just going to use those here. First one gets us Dagna, the 3-star defender from the Northerner faction. And she is also a lord. Mighty things come in small packages. Dagna's a North Throne faction leader able to greatly heal herself. Alright, we'll continue. And we also got our Perform 1 summon completed for the quest for the day. And then we're going to summon again over here because we have 1 of these left. Alright, and now we have Cube, the 3-star marksman, a cunning goblin archer whose poisoned arrows bounce from foe to foe. Beware his traps. Alright, sounds good. Cube. Now, over to our Dao Chan attempts here. And we're just going to go ahead and start this process. I have 23 crystals. I know that there's supposed to be some good summons this weekend as well. Beelzebub is one. I don't know who the other one is. Alright, so Nero, 3-star mage from the cultist and watcher factions. This is a lord for the cultist faction. Nero is a flame-cloaked master of AoE damage and faction leader for the cursed cult. Crank the heat. I have tried using him. I haven't really found him to be all that phenomenal. So just to let you know, he's, I mean, as a lord, sure, you stick him in. But as a hero, maybe not. Here's Dagnath, the 3-star defender from the Northerner faction. We just pulled her over in the ancient summonings a moment ago. So we are getting spiritual altar rewards for these. So even if they're green like this guy, at least we're still getting something for it, right? Alright, so this is Liam, the 2-star marksman from the Piercer faction. Unshakable and accurate, Liam can attack multiple enemies simultaneously from an impressive distance. Alright, clear, continue, and then we'll go to summon again. Now somebody was telling me that you can tell if you're going to get a legendary because those little apparently they're referring to them as pillars. I think they're obelisks. They have some like dark colored like a dark colored line running vertically down from them, and apparently those turn some shade of blue when you're going to be getting a legendary, and apparently that's from the very beginning, and so you don't have to wait for the colors to change in the middle little summoning crystal thing there. Alright, so here's Vortex. We're going to claim that reward from sharing that. That's 50 diamonds. Always helpful. So, it's Vortex, 4-star healer from the Northerner faction. Created from an experiment gone wrong, this elemental uses the power of the ocean to heal allies. Now, I already have Vortex, but this, may be an awakening for him. I don't know how many times I have him awakened right now. But possibly another awakening for Vortex wouldn't hurt. Alright, what do we have now? It is Hayden, the 2-star fighter. Hulking and tanky, this trusty warrior can reduce hero summoning costs. Alright, next. It's a purple thing. It's Jonkar, 4-star fighter from the Esotericist faction. Death is only the beginning. Jonkar curses blocked enemies and attacks multiple units at once. I already have Jonkar, certainly. I don't know. I assume that I'll probably be able to use him to awaken his other version there. Clone may eat himself. Alright, here's Jonas, the 2-star fighter, your classic drunkard with a spear. He may be a deserter, but he sure can bolster himself in the fight. Alright, we're down to 16 crystals at the moment. Now, of course, that's not counting the diamonds, that's just the crystals. Here's Maureen, 3-star marksman from the Infernal and Piercer factions. One of her biggest benefits is that she is from two different factions, so she can be used in two different faction trials as a result. It would be even better if she was a better hero, but alas, we have to deal with her. We're able to turn off her audio, which helps significantly. Captain Reeves' first mate at your service. Maureen bombards enemies with her explosive ultimate. Alright. And next up, we have Voltus, the 3-star mage from the Cultist faction. Voltus, assigned to protect the commander, possesses electrical powers of mysterious origin. Beware his devastating storm. And he's the dude who you get right off the bat in this game alongside, you get Rex, you get him, and you get Camille, right? And so, Voltus has a little electricity field that's quite good in the early game. Here we have Liam again. He's the 2-star marksman from the Piercer faction. You get him, or at least I got him very early on, and found him to be one of the best, if not the best, green guy that there is. Here's Walgrak, the 2-star mage. Running with a band of thieves, Walgrak slows enemies with his putrid magic while increasing his own speed. Alright, following that up with Hayden, the 2-star fighter. We had him a little bit ago. He is hulking. He's tanky. He reduces hero summoning costs. Or at least it can. It's a matter of whether he wants to or not, as far as I can tell. Here's Overall, the 3-star fighter. The epitome of a berserker. Shields won't help when he enters your rampage. Down to 10 summoning crystals at the moment for those who are counting. Here's Cutter, the 2-star marksman from the Piercer faction. Cutter launches poison-laced daggers with ease, but downs boos with less grace than an ox. I get Cutter and Grief. I think that's his name. Confused. Here's Jonas, the 2-star fighter. He's the classic drunkard with a spear, who we got a few moments ago. Here's Rumnose, 2-star defender. This cheeky goblin can't stay out of the drink. When healthy, he's mighty hard to take down. I think we need to see healthy Rumnose here somewhere. We've got regular Rumnose. It says when he's healthy. I don't know. I'm not sure. Here's Amelie, a 3-star marksman. A huntress not to be trifled with. Amelie's spears are deadly accurate and greatly reduce enemy defense. Alright, summon again. And it's Leo, your friend of mine, the 2-star Piercer marksman fella. And now for Halder, the 2-star fighter. As a traveling mercenary, Halder seeks to repay a debt that saved his very life. And then another Maureen, 3-star marksman from the Infernal and Piercer factions. She, she's just not really exceptional. She's got a pretty decent ultimate for the early game, I guess, but otherwise, pretty garbage. Here's Amelie once more, a 3-star marksman, a hunter not to be trifled with. Her spears are deadly accurate. That's what I hear. Alright, and now for Nero once more, 3-star mage from the Cultist and Watcher factions, and he's the faction leader for the Cultists. He's also the father of Solil, just from the lore standpoint. And here's another Jonas, 2-star fighter. He is a drunkard, he's a deserter, but he bolsters himself in a fight. We'll follow that up with Brunor, a 4-star marksman from the Northerner and Infernal faction. Take cover. Brunor's outstanding range allows him to lay enemies low with AoE exploding shells. I wanted him to be really good, but having tried him out, he's really not very good, unfortunately. And now we have Dagna once more, the 3-star defender from the Northerner faction. She's a lord, she can heal herself, and she's actually pretty dang decent early game. Here's Drogo, 3-star marksman from the Purest Refraction. There's nowhere to hide. Drogo's massive range and AoE ultimate will have enemies scrambling for cover. But not very much, because honestly, he's not as good as they want to pretend he is. Alright, we are out of crystals, but we're working through the diamonds at this point. Here we have Hayden once more. He's a 2-star fighter, bulky and tanky, and reduces hero summoning costs. Let's see, I should check and see exactly where I'm at in this Dao Chan event after this one. We got Barclay, the 3-star fighter. When deployed, Barclay raises the defense of nearby allies. His pike grants him decent range. Alright, let's click OK here so that we can see what things look like. Okay, we're at 150 out of 200. That's not terrible. I'm not terribly sad about that. Let's claim these summon rewards here for 15 diamonds. And then let's hop out because we should have some things we can claim out here. Perform 1 summon. Gives us 2 4-star psychic power shards. And then we come over here to the events. In the Wizard's Horde, we've got summon 5 times for 50,000 gold, summon 10 times for 200,000 gold, summon 15 times for 1 rare summoning crystal, summon 20 times for another rare summoning crystal. That's going to help out a little bit. Over in the Ancestral Legacy, we go down to quests, and we've got perform 1 summon today, giving us 1 skill components for that. Which means we can come back over here and roll a die and make another move on this board. Alright, we got a 2. And what is that going to get us? It looks like Goldsmithy. The next 2 actions after landing on the Goldsmithy will increase Dragon's gold gain efficiency by 20%. But if we upgrade it, it will increase Dragon's gold gain efficiency by 30%. Right now, we have 430 out of 50 that we would need to upgrade this. I say we go ahead and do it. Seems like a fair exchange. I mean, it may not be, but let's go ahead and do it. Why not? Could have been a waste, but it's just a mini game. No great harm done, right? Alright, so I think that's all here. Then we go back over to the summon window. And back to Moonlit Invocation, and then we can start using these rare crystals that we just got. Okay, here's Ogrel, the 3-star fighter. The epitome of a berserker. Shields won't help when he enters a rampage. Alright, what do we have next? It is Skolf, the 3-star fighter. With a galvanizing roar, Skolf boots allies and lays enemies low, able to regenerate health when low. And then Langland, the 2-star healer. Langland is as devout as can be. His healing magic dispels negative effects, keeping allies in the fight. Down to 4,980 damage, which has now gone down to 4,892, I believe. Alright, here's Decimus, the 3-star fighter. Relentless to the T, this undead warrior stays in the fight even after his health has been depleted. I think he also costs less to put out after the first time? I can't recall. I think that's right, though. Here's Harpoon, the 4-star marksman from the Northern faction. An apex predator who frenzies for a drop of blood, detrimental to weakened enemies and to airborne units. He is not great. You know, you look at him and you want him to be great, but he's really not great. Better than Marine. I'll give him that. I think he's better than Marine. Alright. And now we have Aaron, a 3-star healer. Gifted, if not impatient, Aaron uses AoE to heal units and to provide debuffs. Which, you know, the debuffs are nice. For a 3-star healer, I used him for a little while. For an AoE, you know, you've got Camille for single target, and then you've got him for AoE, so... Here's Hayden again, the 2-star fighter who is hulking and tanky and reduces hero summoning costs. And then Cutter, the 2-star marksman from the Piercer faction. Cutter launches poison-laced daggers with ease, but he's not so great at drinking his ale. Gets it everywhere. There's Sorzus, the 3-star mage from the Nightmare faction. Advisor to the Nightmare Legion, Sorzus preys on the weak. He does exceptional damage to low HP enemies. I haven't found a lot of use for him. Maybe there will be, but I haven't really discovered it. Hayden once more. He's the hulking, tanky fellow who reduces hero summoning costs. Followed up by Barclay, the 3-star fighter. When deployed, Barclay raises the defense of nearby allies. His pike grants some decent range. Down to 4,186 diamonds at the moment. And we've got Jonas, the 2-star fighter. Your classic drunkard with a spear. He may be a deserter, but he sure can bolster himself in a fight. Ah, this is looking more promising. This is Kai, the 5-star marksman from the Piercer faction. Very interesting. I've seen him before. I don't remember where, but I remember seeing him before. It says Kai employs his massive crossbow to disguise his true mastery of tactics. By strategically utilizing terrains and traps, he not only provides considerable damage output, but also controls the battlefield with remarkable effects. I'm curious to learn more about Kai. Very cool, very cool. I appreciate getting him during this, because I still haven't gotten Da-Chen, and I may have enough to be able to get her as well. That would be awesome. Alright, so now we're going to summon again. Of course, it means that we'll probably have to get all the way up to 200 to get her, but I was expecting to have to do that anyway, really. Alright, so here's Glenn, 3-star defender. Devout to the holy life, this reliable defender turns to prayer in order to deflect and reduce damage. Down to 3,900 and somewhat, I want to say 24. Halder, the 2-star fighter. As a traveling mercenary, Halder seeks to repay a debt that saved his very life. And then we've got Rogers, the 2-star defender. Stalwart and loyal, Rogers can bolster his own defenses to become a human wall. Spring, the 3-star healer. As rejuvenating as the season itself, Spring can heal multiple units at once. Not quite as good as her friend Autumn, but that's because, Autumn does a lot of... She's got the utility. And here's Rumnose, the 2-star defender, who is, he's always got his nose in the drink. And he's awesome whenever he's healthy, but we wouldn't know. And here's Rutu, the pink dinosaur guy. Pink, purple, I'm not really sure what color this is, to be honest. I can't quite get there. I don't know what color this is, but he's a 3-star fighter. This scale comes in it with the thrills, gains a shield after placement, and recovers costs. And then we have Amelie once more, 3-star marksman. She is supposed to be able to reduce enemies' defenses, I believe. And then it is Cute, the 3-star marksman. A cunning goblin archer whose poisoned arrows bounce from foe to foe. Beware his traps. And just out of curiosity, where are we right now? We're at 171 out of 200 of these summons. So it's looking interesting. Let's claim these over here to the side, 15 diamonds. And keep going. Alright, this time we got Nash, the 3-star fighter. His name hits the hail. Oh boy, I can't read. We're going to try that again. His name hits the nail on the hammer head. Nash eviscerates multiple enemies at a time with his morbid club. Turned it so that you could see his morbid club more effectively. And we follow that up with Arlo, the two-star fighter. A masked man of the people, Arlo's a dexterous fighter who can reduce hero summoning costs. And then Cutter, the two-star marksman from the Piercer tribe. Cutter launches poison-laced daggers with ease, but downs boos with less grace than an ox. And then Gorza, the three-star defender. As fierce as she is gorgeous, this Orcus shield maiden stands firm and mauls Mimi. Here's Ryder once more, two-star fighter. Obsessed with Arlo, this double-bladed warrior mimics his every move and heavily increase his own attack. Aha, the purple one, Esme, four-star marksman from the Piercer faction. I don't think that I have her awakened all the way, probably not even close. So this will be good for that purpose for sure. Esme, once a devoted ally of Nyx, has embarked on a quest to track Nyx down, although her resolve seems to falter. Beware of Esme's relentless blades. And then we have Jonas, the two-star fighter. Classic drunkard with a spear. He may be a deserter, but he sure can bolster himself in a fight. And Walgrak, the two-star mage. Running with a band of thieves, Walgrak slows enemies with his putrid magic while increasing his own speed. And now we have Nero again. This is, I think, the third copy of Nero, possibly the fourth on this session. I'm not sure. He's the three-star mage from the Cultist and Watcher faction, and he's a lord of the Cultists. Yeah, he's not phenomenal, but that's okay. And here's Alakos, the three-star marksman from the Cultist faction. Not every day you see an ivory-skinned goblin. With frosty arrows that inflict slow, he just can't miss. I've never really found him to have ivory skin. It says, the implication is that he has ivory skin, but I don't know. Doesn't look ivory to me is all I'm saying. And here's Decimus once more. He's a three-star fighter. Relentless to the T, this undead warrior stays in the fight even after his health has been depleted. I think he's like the lesser version of Aatrox, really. Here's Rumnose again. He's the goblin who hangs out in the bar. He's a two-star defender, and he's supposed to be healthy, or he's supposed to be strong rather when he's healthy. And here's Screef. I mentioned him earlier because I get him confused with Rumnose sometimes. And Screef is also a two-star marksman. Can't trust this one. This vile goblin will lead you into the dark before plugging you with his daggers. And this is the fourth or fifth copy of Nero, the three-star mage from the Cultist and Watcher faction, Lord of the Cultists. Followed by Gonkba, the three-star mage from the Esotericist faction. That's one prickly goblin. Gonkba flings AoE spikes with abandon while inflicting slow. We're at 2,091 diamonds at the moment. And here's Rumnose once more. He is the two-star defender who is hanging out in bars and can't stay out of the drink. And here's Hayden, two-star fighter, bulking and tanky. This trusty warrior can reduce hero summoning costs. Oh, yes. And Jonas, the two-star fighter who is a classic drunkard with a spear. He may be a deserter, but he sure can bolster himself in a fight. And Marine, three-star marksman. That's what she is. She's from the Infernal and the Piercer factions. She's Captain Reeves' first mate. Now, Captain Reeves is interesting because I've tried to get him before when he was on a banner, and I wasn't able to get him. I'm not sure if he would really be very good or not, but it just, he looks interesting. He's kind of got the whole, man, I can't even think of the word I'm going for. And, like David Jones Larper, and it's not really what I'm thinking of, but, but he's certainly got a look to him. We'll just say that. All right. Here, this fellow is a two-star fighter who is obsessed with Arlo and mimics his every move. And now for Autumn, the three-star healer from the Infernal faction. As comforting as the changing leaves, Autumn uses AoE healing and boosts crit damage. Down to 1,563 diamonds at the moment. And now we have Langland, a two-star healer. Langland is as devout as he can be. His healing magic dispels negative effects, keeping heroes in the fight. And then Rogers. He is the two-star defender who can become a human wall. After this one, we'll check and see where we're at. Alright, we got Liam, the two-star marksman from the Piercer faction. He is the one who can attack multiple units. Alright, let's look at this real quick because we can claim these. What we have here? 2 mythic extracts. Not bad. We're at 195 right now out of 200, so not very far away from getting Dao Chan. This will be fun. We already have Dao Chan, but it'll be an awakening for another awakening, so that'll be nice. Alright, here we go. It is Halder, the two-star fighter. As a traveling mercenary, Halder seeks to repay a debt that saved his very life. This is like 197 right now, I think. So there's Liam again, two-star marksman from the Piercer faction. One of the better 2 stars for sure. I think this is 198. And so we have Spring, the 3-star healer. As rejuvenating as the season itself. Apparently I have trouble with this, and it's Spring can heal multiple units at once. So this would be 199, I believe. It's Jonas, the 2-star fighter. Your classic drunkard with a spear. He may be a deserter, but he sure can bolster himself in a fight. And so then this one, I believe, is going to have to be Dao Chan, because I think this is number 200. Oh, look, I see the blue stuff. Maybe it's water. I'm not sure. Running down from those obelisks. I just noticed that the plumes we're going for in the event right now were actually shown in her intro screen there. And it makes sense now why this is her artifact, because there were those pink colored ones and the blue colored ones in that intro scene there. So that's cool. Alright, so this is Dao Chan. 5-star healer from the Watcher and Infernal factions. For some reason, I was thinking that Dao Chan was 2 words. Turns out it's 1. Alright. Her radiance flows eternal, like moonlight upon still waters. Her beauty knows no equal, like spring's first bloom. Dao Chan dances for her allies, bringing a serenade of hope for peace and a song of sorrow for war. Alright, click through there and go to OK, and still have some diamonds left, so that's not bad. We still have 859 left, and of course we'll be able to sell some of those later on. I have found this bulk dismiss button in the backup storage, so you can go there and you can select like 1-star heroes if you have any, 2-star heroes if you have any of those, which I do. So I'm going to dismiss these because I think I have plenty of these in my bags already. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm not going to dismiss anybody else, but it's just something good to know that this does exist. Alright, we're going to click out of here. Looks like we still have 34 in the overflow. And then out over there, and then we're going to go over to heroes, and I think, actually, no. I was gonna go awaken, but first I'm gonna go start some of these running, I think. Some of these artifact material raids. Primarily because, yes, we do have that Mystery of Artifacts going, but more importantly, kind of, we have this, no, wrong one, Brave Conquest going. And we're at the 12,005, well, we've gotten the 12,000. Now we have 12,557 points in this. I don't know that I have any chance to make it up to 15,000 in that. It's not very likely. In fact, it's extremely unlikely because it's 12:30. But I figure I'll go ahead and give it a chance, right? Could happen. Alright, so let's go into the Mystery of Artifacts and click go, and then I'm gonna go do a crazy number, click start, and then we'll use a couple of these huge stamina potions, and then we can click max. That'll auto fight 19 times, and that seems like fun. There we go. That won't get us a lot further, but it'll get us somewhat further. We do have a chance of getting up. Certainly we can get past 5th place. There's the potential to get to 3rd place in this by tomorrow, which is when the Mystery of Artifacts ends. As for the arrival of heroes, we got up to 2nd place on these charts here, which is kind of cool because that means we'll get 7 of these Paintress's Brush Shards, 1 Epic Skill Crystal, and 3 Rare Summoning Crystals, most likely, because that ends in 1 hour and 21 minutes. So unless, if Hellhound's 1 pours on the speed, then he'll get it instead. That's okay with me if that happens. But that's how it looks at the moment. We have all of the rewards on the meter at the bottom, so that's all fine and well. So we have that stuff going. Now I'm gonna hop into the heroes window because I want to see what we can awaken over here. This is something I'm not very good at, looking for the red dot, especially on the guys that already have a favorite symbol on the little red heart. Makes it very difficult for me, but looks like we do have Vortex here. And we can awaken him because I got a spare. Alright, let's do it. I use him sometimes for different things. This is going to allow Healing Ripple Shield to absorb 10% more damage. That seems like it can't be bad, right? Oh, we also get 1 4-star Psychic Power Shard. No, 1 4-star Psychic Power Token for that. So, very good, all fine and well. And then let's go on down and see if we have anybody else. I see that we have Jonkar here, and this will be his Awakening 3. So, there we go. Awaken him. And now, when any adjacent enemy is inflicted with Curse die, it restores HP by 5%. Cool. Gives us 1 4-star Psychic Power Token for that. Now to look through, I know we've got at least 1 more. I mean, I think we have a good number more to awaken here. This is, who is this? Let's see. I can't think of his name. This is Azoth. That's his name. Alright, so Azoth is here, and he has a guy to awaken with. So here we are. Alright, so we awaken him, and it gives all of his damage plus 5% bonus. And we also get this nice, friendly 4-star Psychic Power Token for our future endeavors. What next? It's this guy, it's Demon. So we awaken Demon. And I do want to try him. He's Ain's brother. And I've had good luck with Ain. I would like to look into him more. I don't think that I looked at his skills, or if I did, I don't remember them. I'm gonna have to look at him again one way or another. It says, upon death or retreat, inflicts immobilized state upon up to 5 enemy units in range. So that means that they're going to be completely still for 2 or 3 seconds. It's got a 4-star Psychic Power Token for that as well. And then we're going to zoom on down and see if there's anything else here. Doesn't really look like it at the moment. Unless, yeah, okay. So, there we go. We got through that. And then, I'm going to go to this cell thing. Yeah, I didn't think I had any 1 stars. I do have 2 stars. I want to keep 4 of each of those. Well, of the fusible ones anyway. Don't really care about the other ones. We have to keep somebody to eat. So that they can power up other guys. And it may as well be fusible guys so that we can use them if things come to that. And then let's check on the 3-star heroes. Looks like we have a good number. We're going to be able to sell those for diamonds. That's the word. Diamonds. I think that I have these guys for the most part locked copies of them. So yeah, I think I'm good with dismissing all these guys. Let's do it. It's 31 heroes. Alright, there we go. That gives us 930 diamonds. Okay, so how about the 4-star guys? We do have Harpoon. Apparently we did not need that additional copy of him. I'm trying to find him on this list. But as we all know, oh, it was right beside him. How lovely. Okay. So yeah, we do have him leveled all the way up. Alright. Gonna dismiss this guy then, and we'll get 100 of these Epic Awakening tokens. We also got our background fight completed over there. Pretty cool. Alright, so we got that. Let's hop out of here, go to the background fights. We got 81,790 gold, 14,250 XP potions, 68 flawless meteorites, 55 radiant meteorites, 229 mithril, 628 mystery of artifacts trophies, and 628 brave conquest points. Now, okay, got that. I think we can. Let's see how many heroes. Alright, we have enough to get let's see, 40 into the bags. Well, it's going to want to do them by 50s, but I think we only have 34, so that should be plenty. Let's go over here and go to the backup storage. We'll just bulk select them and confirm to move them over. Now, back over to this, and we're going to kind of do a similar thing again. Let's awaken. We have the Dao Chan over here now, and so we can awaken Dao Chen to her second awakening, which is going to give her 300 more attack. It's, any improvement is a good improvement, right? So we also got 1 5-star psychic power token for that. All right, now let's kind of slowly move down this list and see if I can find anybody else who can be awakened now that we have moved those people over from the bags to here. And I'm pretty sure there is one. Yeah, alright. There's this guy here. What is his name? Brunor? Yes, Brunor. Okay. So let's awaken Brunor to level 3 here. And it says when all types of attack hits a target. When all types of attack hits a target, 15% chance to inflict defense reduction on the enemy lasting for 10 seconds. That will reduce the defense by 15%. Cool. Sort of. Interesting. Awaken him. Alright. We got a 4-star psychic power token for that. Then we've got Esme over here, who we can also awaken. And that's going to give her crit rate plus 5%. Okay, anybody else here? Don't think it's looking likely. No, no one else. All right. Let's go back to attributes. Head over here. Again, there's not any 1 stars, but we'll look at the 2 stars. I already sold the 2 stars. It just occurred to me, so that shouldn't be an issue. We've got 3 stars. We can probably sell most of them. I'm not sure if we have duplicates. Well, no, of the ones that are fusible. I think we're good to go. All right, so we'll dismiss these guys for 870 diamonds. As far as 4-star guys, we have Harpoon once more. Let's go ahead and dismiss him and get this 100 Epic Awakening tokens for that. Alright, so now we're down to 181 heroes out of the 220 that we could potentially have. That seems fine. Let's see here. We can come over here and run some more mystery artifacts, I think. Artifact material raids. Auto fight. I think I'll do another couple of hundred here. Not fights, couple hundred stamina. Just use one more for the moment. And max that out. Start those 9 fights there. Come out of here. And let's see. Just check out where we're at on different things. First of all, let's look here. How close are we to 4th place? We're not too far off, really, from 4th. Significantly further from 3rd. Might be worth it to try for 3rd. However, we have until tomorrow on that, so tomorrow night, I guess I would say. So that's, I don't know, it's questionable. Otherwise, the other important ish thing that we're working on there is the Corridor of Glory. No, sort of. I mean, I do want to make some progress on that. Specifically, I want to try to get these Paintress's brushed shards. Seems like a good idea. But it's not necessary to lay into it too much right now. I could start up some people, level up some people. I want to level up Talon. For sure. In fact, let's go have a look and see how things look over there. Talon is level 10 at the moment. Long ways to go. I do think that I want to work on her. So, okay, let's go ahead and start on it, and then you'll see kind of what is going on with her as we go. For one thing, okay, she's single target magic attack, AoE physical attack, offensive dispel, and strong crowd control. All right, so she is a marksman. In case I didn't say that part. So let's go ahead and upgrade her and just max her level out. That'll use most of the XP potions that we have, but I think it's a pretty good use. Now, okay, I guess the real question is it a good idea to do her, or do we want to do, we've got the Belize, we've got Rosalia, and now we have Kai as well. So I may want to go for one of these guys instead. I would say of those, possibly Rosalia. I don't know, having not actually played with her, but she looks kind of cool in the skills and whatnot. You know, it's hard to judge from what I can see, but I feel like it's good stuff. She's got a magic attack, range boost, it says, and strong crowd control. So that's referring to some of the skills there. But you know what? Hey, let's go ahead and upgrade her all the way as far as I can currently get her. And that'll take her up to level 50. And then we'll be able to do a little bit of testing. So we'll do that. And then we can star her up, I believe. Do I want to? Possibly. I think for now we'll go check on the promotions. We can get her obviously some promotions right off. So the first promotion unlocks Congeal. Congeal says when enemies enter a tile of the same color, they take an extra hit of 200% AoE magic damage and are inflicted with immobilized state, which means they're immobilized. They're unable to move for 2 seconds. And the way that she works, she does this thing where she paints a row of tiles, and it can be directly in front of her. It can be 3 slots in front of her. It can be 5 slots in front of her, but it's three across. And so different things happen depending on what color those tiles are that she paints. So that's what I understand so far. And so if they're moving across, like in front of her, and they hit a line, so let's say it's all red or whatever, then they're going to take an extra hit of 200% AoE magic damage and to get immobilized for 2 seconds. That seems good, right? Alright, so then we're going to promote her up again. And this time, enemies entering a painted tile immediately take 300% AoE magic damage once and are inflicted with magic resistance reduction. And so the magic resistance is decreased by 25%. This damage has an 8-second cooldown per enemy. Alright, let's promote her up again. She gets Desaturate unlocked. That's a passive ability. When the hero kills an enemy, increases attack by 10% for 7 seconds, stacking up to 30% attack increase. Pretty cool. Alright. And then we'll promote her again. And now, her basic attributes go up 10%. Well, I say 10%. I think that's accurate. They go up some amount, which may or may not be 10%. I think we should probably do something about this. I think I should go ahead and try to promote her up this time, because enemies entering a painted tile immediately take 300% AoE magic damage once and are inflicted with magic resistance reduction. This damage has an 8-second cooldown per enemy. When casting the ultimate, immediately resets this cooldown for all enemies and reduces the cooldown by 4 seconds during the ultimate. Seems pretty good, so probably I should do that. I should also throw some kind of gear on her for the moment. And an artifact of some kind. They threw the Eye of Sin on her as their first option, and you know what? That looks pretty good. Increases AoE damage by 10%. Killing enemies grants an extra 5% AoE damage bonus that lasts 3 seconds. I really see nothing whatsoever wrong with that choice, so we'll leave that on her. Then we can come back over here. We can start her up. Kind of want to. I guess I'll hold back for now on that. The problem is that I don't have too much in the way of. See, this will be the last grouping of these, and so I hesitate to do it, because then I'll have to like do the whole thing of leveling people up and then eating them and whatnot, which is it's difficult for me. So I hesitate to use my last 5 of these edible fellows here. Just to show you this too, they've got here's her skills rather. Okay, so her ultimate is a manual one. When the ultimate is activated, and look at that range on that, right? So that goes 5 slots ahead of her, and then 1 to either side. When the ultimate is activated, each basic attack does 700% AoE magic damage to up to 12 enemies, and knocks back the targets that are closest to the caster. Each attack also paints tiles within the attack range with a random color. During the ultimate, reduces damage to the caster by 50%. And then we've got her magic attack, and that's the one that has the 3 sets of 3, basically, right? And they're each like I guess 2 tiles apart. So you've got a tile, then nothing, then a tile, then nothing, then a tile, and then they go across that direction horizontally. Paints a row of tiles in range with a random color. Okay, so red winds continuously inflicts burning on enemies in range for 5 seconds. Yellow winds increases the caster's damage against enemies in range by 20%. And blue winds inflict 1 stack of Winter's Bite on enemies in range every 2 seconds. So it's crazy stuff, honestly. Then we have her Conceal is her passive as well. When enemies enter a tile of the same color, they take an extra hit of 200% AoE damage, magic damage, and are inflicted with immobilized state, meaning they can't move for 2 seconds. Then we have Desaturate. When the hero kills an enemy, it increases attack by 10% for 7 seconds, stacking up to 30% attack increase. Now, let's see what we have here. We can throw some of these dusts into some spells for her. I think that's a safe choice here. This increases the effect duration of Color Burst for 5 seconds. It occurs to me too, before I get too crazy, that I should come over here and add her to my favorites, because I think that's where she's going to end up. Let's see, back to the skills. Let's randomly upgrade something once more. I think using the legendary dust isn't an issue. Using the legendary skill crystals, it's a little more tricky. Skill cost minus 100 for Color Burst. And this is a good time to do this because we get points and we can earn rewards for leveling up our guys this way, skilling them up and all that. So, Color Burst damage plus 100%, that seems fine. And then magic attack, this is her basic attack. The effect duration goes up 1 second on that. Alright, and this is another increase to the effective duration of the magic attack. If you guys are hearing all kinds of sounds in the background, that would be the D&D game going in the room beside me here. As many of you know, I normally stream from my son's comics and cards shop, and very often there may be magic tournaments or like D&D games or something like that going on. So we got the effect duration of the magic attack increase by another second there. That's up to level 4 right now. After that, it goes to wanting us to have these legendary skill crystals in order to move up any. I don't know if I want to use those on her right now. I don't feel that comfortable with her that I'm not sure if that's where I want to put those. I have too many people who could use them, and I don't know, having not seen her perform yet, if she's going to be the one that I want to use those on right now. Sort of like the I'm hesitant to start her up for the same reason. I want to see her performance, and then if she does well enough for a level 50 under these conditions, then I will work on starring her up and all of those sorts of things. There's a few options that I need to get leveled up right now, so I have to be a little bit stingy with my resources. And like I said, I still have some of these guys back here who haven't gotten any love, Valise and Kai. I just pulled Valise the other day, pulled Kai today. And I think that we definitely, I don't know. I remember seeing him, and I can't remember if it was I want to say it was in Arena, or it may have been as a guild assist, like a friend assist. I'm not sure. But I've definitely seen him hanging out before, and I can't really remember much about him. He's a marksman. It says he's got an AoE physical attacks, ranged boost, and allied buffs, what it claims. We come over here. Okay. Well, let's just look at the ultimate right now. He's got Doomsday Cluster. Launches a cluster projectile at the farthest one enemy in range, causing an explosive impact upon contact. The explosion deals 400% AoE damage to up to 10 nearby enemies and releases up to 3 small bombs. Each small bomb, flies toward one nearby enemy, dealing 150% AoE damage to up to 5 nearby enemies. The cluster projectile can trigger every worm snare within the blast radius in advance. I've definitely seen this because I remember seeing worm snare and not knowing what it was, which probably means that I saw him in arena, most likely. Alright, worm snare triggers upon contact with enemies, dealing 100% damage to up to 3 nearby enemies while inflicting immobilized state on them for 3 seconds. When triggered in advance by a cluster projectile, deals 150% AoE damage to up to 5 enemies in a larger range, and inflicts immobilized state on them for 5 seconds instead. Worm snare is immediately consumed upon activation. Interesting. His physical attack looks like this. Deals 100% damage to up to 5 enemy units. Doomsday Reprise. Each enemy hit by the cluster projectile or small bombs of Doomsday Cluster restores 0.3% rage for the hero. When hitting airborne units, the rage restored is doubled. Also, we have Eradication Protocol. After a cluster projectile hits, increases the damage dealt to airborne units by 14% for all allied marksman heroes on the field for 10 seconds. It occurs to me, too, we may as well go ahead and promote basically anybody in these top ones, at least. Who needs any promotions? If we have the materials, may as well do it. At this point, let's see how far we are into... Oh, well, we got something for Grave Conquest over here. That's cool. That's 100,000 gold there. Still pretty far from getting these diamonds and not much time left to do it, so I don't think that's very likely to happen. We got something over in Ancestral Legacy. Let's go here, click on quests, level up heroes 50 times during the event, gives us 1 Dragonkin Bones, and leveling up heroes 50 times during the event also gives us 2 Scalekin Bones. Alright, cool. We could easily get this, obtain 5 pieces of gear from Gear Raid today. Need to do basically 3 more runs of the Gear Raid, and well, why don't we do 3 of Gear Raid 1 again real fast. So we can actually do quick clear on it 3 times, and then use one of these huge stamina potions once more, and go ahead and start that to get that done in short order. That is going to give us 1 Arcanum Crystal, 80 Brave Conquest points, 13,860 gold, 2,268 Hero XP potions, and then 4 pieces of gear there. That works. Hopping out of there, and that ought to have given us this. So now we can claim this 1 Scalekin Bones from that. Now, where are we at? We've got Destiny's Path, Whimsy Words, Fortuitous Encounter, Whimsy Words, Turn of Luck, Fortuitous Encounter, Whimsy Words, and Rallying Point. Rallying Point is the next location, it looks like. I'm going to go back over this again just in case I'm wrong on that, but I don't think so. Okay, so an important point though is that we were just on the gold mine, right? So the next 2 hits that we get are going to double, or no, not double, give us 30% more dragon gold. So let's go ahead and roll a random one, which is unlikely really to be an 8. An 8 is where we would do, what we would do if we wanted to get to the next facility. Okay. Reveal cards to earn Dragon's Gold by matching the designated patterns. Let's just go crazy and go maximum and see what happens here. Ended up getting the scales, which gives us 20 points, and then of course we got reward multiplier times 8, so we claim 160 gold. That's a net gain, I think, of 20 gold, because I think we had put in 140. So, could have been worse, could have been better. We'll take it. Alright, now, the question is, do we want to go... There's not really any point. I don't know, it's a tough thing. I forgot what the rallying point actually does. Let's go to Facility Overview. And Rallying Point. You will receive 50 Dragon's Gold each time you enter Rallying Point. I think then we want to go ahead and use a controlled roll on this one and try to hit on that. And then we're going to get 20% or 30% extra dragon's gold from it anyway. So let's go ahead and do a controlled one. And we'll do number 3 on that. And that'll get us where we want to go. Alright. So, we currently have, you'll receive 50 dragon's gold each time you enter a rallying point. We're going to get the upgrade on that, and then we're going to receive 100 dragon gold each time we enter a rallying point. We're up to 506 dragon's gold current. So now we've upgraded that. We've got, in our rewards window, obtain a total of 900 dragon's gold, and for that, we get 2 rare summoning rustics. That's nice. Always like to get those. Now, we have another couple of rolls. Let's go ahead and use them, I think. I wanted to look and see what we have. Is this okay? Crystal mine is the thing, and it looks like maybe that's one I don't have. No, I do. No, maybe I do have it. I don't know. So hard to tell. All right. See, some of them are green. Does that mean they're level 2? I think that means they're level 2. Level 1 is gray. Maybe. Don't know. That would make sense, I think. Because we could have green, and then blue, and then purple, and then gold, right? For the different levels. That makes sense. Alright. Tap to close on that. And yeah, sure, let's give it a roll and see where it gets us. Okay, a 1. That's fair. We got 15 dragon's gold. That was, I think that's a whimsy words or something. Yeah, whimsy words. So let's roll again. Oh, very nice. That's gonna hit us on the crystal mine thingy, I think. And it did. So, you'll receive 5 dragon's gold each time you pass a purchased facility tile. The upgrade effect is that you'll receive 10 dragon's gold each time you pass a purchased facility tile. We have purchased many a facility tile, so it behooves us to do that. I'm going to go ahead and get it. Excellent. Beautiful. Love it. Alright. Now, we've done all we could there. And, what have I failed to do, I wonder? Corridor of Glory is moving slowly along. That's for leveling up, starring up, promoting heroes, or upgrading heroes' skills to win trophies and redeem rewards. Let's see. The other thing we were looking at was Brave Conquest, and we are still far, far away from getting these diamonds here, these 40 diamonds. With 50 minutes left on that, we would need to get another 1,387, something like that, of the points for that. I think I won't concentrate on it, but it will be nice to have if it happens. Let's click on this mine over here. We have 3,650 coins, 2,300 XP potions, 13 stamina, 1 mithril, and 1 treasure chest, which has inside of it 2 insignia marchment 2s, or 1s, sorry. Okay, so let's first check the arena real quick. We got 2 of these arena coins for defending against other players. Let's see if there's anything. Nah, nobody we want to fight there. Let's go ahead and refresh. And then we have 367,711 BP. So let's try this this Russian fellow here who has 359,000 some odd. And his monsters also do 359,554. So let's auto-fight those real fast. Alright. They have thrown out Valderon. That's a guy that I often see, you know. He gains 1 stack of chaotic vitality. When potent surge reaches its maximum, he gains 2 stacks of chaotic vitality. Inflicts vulnerability versus physical damage on nearby enemies continuously during the effect duration. And then they put out Yuri, which is another one that I often see in in this, in this arena stuff. She has Needle of Torment. Deals 5 hits of 75% damage per second to one enemy target in range. When a target dies during the skill, gains 5% rage and targets one other enemy near the fallen target. This looks like... Okay, this is Solkadens. He's very good. Hellbreaks loses his ultimate. Upon activation, the talent effect increases damage by 11% for 12 seconds instead. Mark one target with the highest HP for 10 seconds, during which all heroes will prioritize attacking them. Upon expiring, the mark will explode, dealing 300% AoE damage. Additionally, when the hero is deployed as a lord, he gains Pyro Blitz. Alright, very nice. And down here, we have Valise. I've got Valise, but I haven't used her yet. She has Veil of Deceit. Summons 3 Serpentine Spirits in attack range. Lasts permanently. Serpentine Spirits will support something. We don't know what. Alright, so we got the victory there against this fellow, who has 359,554, I think, DP. Okay, top damage done was by, looks like Xena, with 4,437,200, followed by, I think his name is Valderon, perhaps, at 4 million. Maybe his name's not Valderon. Not sure. Demon Dude at the bottom of their side. 4,297,880 points there. Then Arrogance at 4,218,480. Then it drops down to Yuri at 3,481,780. And then there's Solkadens and my Idrin are pretty close. We're at a little over 2 million for both of them. Alright, not too shabby. And then we've got 3 arena coins and 5,000 gold for that fighter. The only other one of these that I would be willing to try is this Kronos up at the top. He has 397,897 BP. Probably gonna slaughter us, but hey, his monsters are the same, so we're gonna just give it a go anyway. We don't mind too much getting slaughtered. Alright. So, looks like they started off with putting down Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong is pretty high DPS. His ultimate is Splitting Hairs, deals 100% damage 18 times to one enemy, and inflicts stun. He also has with him 3 little clones that he can bring out, and they're very fun and exciting. Is this Emerit? It is. Haha, I got it right. That's great. Emerit has Frozen Tempest as his ultimate. He's like, he's the lover of one of the other ones. I want to say Dao Chan. No, that's not right. Anora. Alright, he has Frozen Tempest. When activated, ascends into the air, expanding attack range and reducing block to 0. Basic attack now turns into Frost Breath, dealing 160% AoE magic damage to the target and their surrounding enemies, hitting up to 8 enemies and inflicting 1 stack of Winter's Bite on them. Allies within the talent range receive freeze immunity during the effect duration. Doesn't look good for me, guys. They're really laying into my base over there. Then they put out Beatrix, who has Soul Feast, summons Dream Eater ×2. During the ultimate, increases Beatrix's and Dream Eater's damage by 70%, expands Dream Eater's target search range to the entire battlefield, and reduces the cooldown of talent by 5 seconds. And they've also thrown out Lord Phineas over here, who I've seen a few times. He's the bronze guy. Devil's Den is his ultimate, increases attack by 50% and doubles the effect of Viscount's Flame gained by the hero while increasing attack range. Upon activation, deals 600% burst damage 1 time for 1 target in range, then changes to ranged attack. Removes all stacks of Viscount's Flame from the hero when the ultimate ends. Ah, no bueno. Got slaughtered there. But it was to be expected. So, Kronos defeated us with 397,897 EP. And the stats show that, wow, that's very impressive. Wukong, I told you, high damage, man. That guy can put it out. He has 13 million damage, 300. That's crazy. Followed by Emiret at 6,650,900. Then it goes down to my poor fellows over here. Arrogance at 6,053,500. Followed by Xena at 5,800,520, and then Edrin at 4,079,360. So, I'll take it. It wasn't too bad. And we got 3 arena coins for our attempt. Alright, let's hop out of there. And then I'm going to come over to my heroes, and we're going to go back to checking out their promotions and figuring out who I want to worry about promoting. Regulus is in need of a promotion. It's going to pump his stats up a little bit, basically. And of course, also Rosalia could use a promotion. So that's interesting. You may want to go ahead and do that, but I note that we can very easily promote Talon, who only currently needs the low-level promotions. So let's get that done. This unlocked Nature's Fury. Every 9 attacks launched, the next attack deals 480% damage and dispels 1 buff on the target. While in Berserker stance, this effect is replaced with attack has a 15% chance to trigger Ground Stop. When the ultimate is activated in any form, this effect is guaranteed to be triggered 1 time. Now, my understanding is that Talon can be on the ground and she'll be a bear, or she can be on the platform and she'll be the little druidic girl. Berserker stance reduces attack range and increases basic attack interval to 3 seconds. Attacks deal AoE physical damage to enemies in range. Increases block by 3 and max hit points by 100%. Increases defense equal to 80% of attack. Now, one thing I just saw is that she can block 3 guys. That's super cool. Attacks have a 20% chance to inflict 10% vulnerability versus physical damage, and cannot target airborne units. Talon's class changes to Defender, and she is also considered a platform unit in Guild War. So that's interesting. Let's check and see what Ground Stomp is. Deals 340% AoE physical damage to 5 enemy targets within 2 rows ahead, and knocks them back. During the ultimate, the damage range expands and inflicts stun on hit targets for 1 second. So that's cool. Alright, now, the next promotion for her expands her range a little bit. And that's cool, right? So it expands her range, and then we got some attribute bonuses as well, of course. And then we'll promote her again and unlock that Ironbark armor. Alright, Ironbark armor, when deployed, gains 1 stack of Thorned Shield. Thorned Shield increases attack by 2% and defense by 2%. All stacks are preserved after redeployment. That's cool. So she gets Thorned Shield every 20 seconds, up to 10 stacks. That's cool. Each time Nature's Fury is triggered, reduces cooldown by 5 seconds. So every time you put her out, so she's, I think, yeah, she's the one that you pick up and you put down. While in Berserker stance, this effect is replaced with reduces cooldown by 1 second for every 1 times healed, up to 1 time every 2 seconds. Interesting. Okay, so we got Talon. I'm thinking right now that we need to run a few of these promotion raids. Seems right, doesn't it? And we need one for a few different groups of folks. But for Regulus, we need to run 3 of them for, I think that's endurance or something. It's the dude with the, he's a bodybuilder, obviously. So, let's do 3 of these. You know what? We can just do the quick clear. Because we have some of them. You get 10 of them every day that auto-refresh. And you may as well use it because it's a use it or lose it situation, and you're going to lose your auto attacks if you don't do it this way. if you're doing in the background anyway. So we got 30 insignia of endurance for all of the various types, 2,457 gold and 1,890 XP potions for that. And now we can promote Regulus, and that's going to raise all of his attributes by 10%.
Get out of my kingdom.
All right, cool. Got that, and then X off here, and we can go over to Rosalia. Need to run it with her. Looks like 7 times, right? May as well go ahead and do that, I think. So 7 runs of this raid here. We can do the quick clear once because, you know, I have one left. And so we got 819 coins, 630 XP potions, and then 10 of each of the insignia of melee attacks. Then we need to do it 6 more times, so let's go auto fight. 6 times is going to be more than we can do because we don't have enough potions to do more. I feel like we may as well use another of these huge ones because I'm going to end up using it before all is said and done. So we'll do this 6 times. Let's go on that. And while we do that, let's come and check and see how the events will actually come over to guild. Because I see that we have guild quest claim. That's clear promotion raid. I think it said 5 times per day. I said 3 times. We got 20 guild coins, 20 guild activity tokens, and 1 small stamina potion for that. So it was 3 times for that. Alright, so we got that. And then we're going to come over here to events and just kind of see where we're at on the Brave Conquest. We've got 13,613. Long ways from the next thing there. And for the Corridor of Glory, 1,154. So we're quite a ways from the next thing, which is going to be Legendary Skill Dust. Don't really need that. What we really need is this 1,800 for the Paintress's Brush Shard. And hopefully we can get up eventually to at least the 6,800 mark and get those Paintress's Brush Shards as well. We'll see. Because I think it would be really cool to have the exclusive artifact for the Paintress, since, you know, we have a Paintress after all. Also, let's check on Barut over here. He doesn't have anything too exciting at the moment. And then with those running, we may as well check what else we can do in the meanwhile. Let's see here. I think that should be on the promotion window so we can see what we might need. Yeah, it occurred to me I might look for red dots, but no, red dots are not useful to me here. There they are down there. Got some red dots after all. Okay, I haven't used release. Might end up doing so soon. I also, like I said, I do want to put some into this guy possibly. I haven't looked him over yet. But, you know, it won't hurt because these things we have plenty of. Let's go ahead and promote release. So that unlocks Death Blow for her, which is a passive effect. Targets hit by Serpentine Spirit subsequently take increasing damage from Serpentine Spirit. Increases damage by 2% each time up to 10%. Serpentine Spirit says, attacks enemies within 2 tiles or in the Master's attack range. Can attack 10 times initially, with each attack dealing 60% AoE damage to the target and up to 5 surrounding enemies. When attacks are exhausted, Serpentine Spirit stops attacking and becomes inactive. Naturally perishes after 15 seconds. If Ezrath is on the field, Serpentine Spirit moves to his position when inactive. Up to 5 Serpentine Spirits can exist. Elise and Ezrath are a pair, I suppose. And it also increased her attributes overall. Now we can promote her again and increase her range. Alright, so we did that. We got the range up a little bit. And now we're going to promote again to get that insatiable rage unlocked. It's a passive ability. When a serpentine spirit naturally perishes, increases the caster's attack by 2% up to 20%. If serpentine spirit doesn't naturally perish, increases by 4% instead. And that they naturally perish after 15 seconds. So that's something to think about. And I think the serpentine spirits, I believe they stay there um, unless they either perish. Well, I don't know enough about it to go much more into it than that, I suppose. So I'll move it there. Then we have over here Kai. And we can go ahead and promote him and unlock Doomsday Reprise, which is a passive effect. Each enemy hit by the cluster projectile or small bomb to Doomsday Cluster restores 0.3% rage for the hero. When hitting airborne units, the rage restored is doubled. Well, that's cool. Alright, let's look at him again. He is a marksman, AoE physical attack, range boost, and ally buff, it says. So, okay. We can promote him again and increase his range. That's good. Always a good thing to do. And of course, it also increases his attributes somewhat. We'll do this one and unlock Eradication Protocol. Alright, Eradication Protocol is another passive skill. After a cluster projectile hits, increases the damage dealt to airborne units by 14% for all allied marksman heroes on the field for 10 seconds. Now that seems very, very good, especially in that gear raid, right? The one, and I don't know which number it is, but it's the one where there's the platforms and you've got like the flying fish and things coming at you. Feels like this eradication protocol could really come in handy there. Because it doesn't just increase for him, it increases for all of the marksmen on the board. Very cool. I could see a few places where he could definitely come in handy with that ability. Alright, let's see here. Got those. Let's hop out and look at the events tab. We've got Corridor of Glory to claim over here. That's 100 legendary skill dust. We also have Wizard's Horde. Complete promotion raid stages 5 times. Gives us 1 huge stamina potion. Cool. Alright. We also could get some more by completing gear raids. Don't know that I want to do that quite right now. Probably going to get some of these these other promotion raids here in a minute, because we'll need to run some more after this, I think. But we're moving along. That's good. Excellent. Back to promotions. Now let's see what else we might want to do with the tokens that we already have, or the insignias that we already have. I don't really want to use the legendary ones on him. Could do on her, not sure. But I figure we have some guys down here that probably have some things we can level up. Possibly that aren't gold. Maybe, maybe not. Ah, there we go. There's something. I have no idea. Who is this? This is Draga. Don't have any strong feelings about Draga. May as well, I suppose. May as well use some of these insignia of endurance ones on her. Alright, that unlocked the skill Deterrence. Attacks up to 3 enemies ahead, dealing 150 damage and inflicting damage reduction. Damage reduction reduces the damage by 20%. Damage minus 20 for 20% for 4 seconds, looks like. Interesting. Alright. And then I think I'll move to the next guy here. Use some more of these number ones. This guy is Vorov. Vorov. We're gonna unlock Sweeping Whirl here. Cutscene.
Die by my axe.
Alright, unlocking Sweeping Whirl. When taking damage, there's a 10% chance to cast a Whirlwind Slash, dealing 80% AoE damage to multiple nearby enemies, no less. All AoE damage taken is reduced by 5%. Weird. Alright. Okay, then for old Harpoon over here, we're going to unlock Sense of Blood. Sense of Blood says if an enemy is killed by arrow bombardment, increases attack speed by 90 for 5 seconds. And then, how's about we come over here to Demon Fellow, and we're going to unlock Blood Coil with him. Blood Coil says, when deployed, deals 240% damage to up to 3 nearby enemy units. Well, that's cool. Alright. Take that. Then we have, this is Muriel, I think? Yes, Muriel. We will unlock Healing. I feel like that's going to be straightforward, but we'll find out. Every 12 seconds, the next attack grants defense-based healing to one nearby ally, restoring HP equal to 60% base healing. Nice. So it restores HP based on the target's max HP and the caster's defense. It's good to know. Okay, this one is Aveline. I don't remember what Aveline does at all, but we're going to go ahead and unlock her Tough by Nature ability here. It's a passive effect, increases defense permanently by 5%. Okay, how about this one? This one is Tazira. I remember getting Tazira just the other day. We'll unlock her passive ability, which is Hunter Intuition. And it says when dealing damage, increases attack speed by 10 for 2 seconds, stacking up to 6 times. Alright, and then we're going to do one more before we go and check out how things are going over there. This guy is Komodo. Komodo has Blood Liquor as the thing that he will unlock for this very first thing. He's a little bone dude. He's got on bone armor or something. Alright, Blood Liquor. Each attack has a 15% chance to deal 230% damage. Interesting. Alright, now, let's hop out of here. We're on 6 out of 6 there. Let's go to the arena. We got 2 of the arena coins for defending against other players we'll work on. And let's refresh the opponents, see what we have here. There's a 325,000, which is lower than ours. We'll check over here, and their monsters are also 325,077. We'll see how it goes here. I see that they have Sun Wukong and Neza, both of which are very good. Alright, so looks like, first and foremost, they're throwing out Sun Wukong, who has Splitting Hairs, deals 100% damage 18 times to one enemy, and inflicts stun. He's the guy who also has the little 3, or some number of clones, I feel like it's 3 clones, maybe more, that he throws out. Then there's Arthea. She has Primal Wrath. Enters the Frenzy state. Attack is increased by 30%, causing HP drain equal to 15% of current HP per second. The hero throws 2 of her circular blades every time her talent effect is triggered. Alright, so Sun Wukong, and what was the name I just read? Ardea. Okay. They've now thrown out... Oh no, that's just another Sun Wukong clone. We got Helga though. Helga has Shadow Blitz. Rapidly strikes the target with the highest HP in range, dealing 25% damage 4 times every X seconds, but she's disappeared, so I don't know what else it said. We have Praetus. During the ultimate, increases attack by 30%. If there's only one enemy in range, inflicts 3 stacks of Radiant Erosion. If there's more than one enemy in range, inflicts Chain of Fate and 1 stack of Radiant Erosion on up to 3 enemies in range. I don't know exactly what that means because I don't know what Radiant Erosion is. I'm assuming it's a difference between whether they're fighting single targets or whether they're fighting AoE targets. Alright, now, we'll go over to stats over here. That was 22 centimeters, apparently. With 325,077 BP. The highest DP, or damage that was on the board was Arrogance with 4,360,530, followed by Sun Wukong at 4,111,910. Then it drops down for both of us into the high 2000s. We have that girl whose name I already forgot. It ends in an EA, I believe. It's like Ardea or something, but that's not right at all. She and Xena did similarly. Xena did 2,921,000. This other girl, Ardea or something, did 2,610,000. And then, of course, it drops down fairly significantly from those. We got 3 arena coins and 5,000 gold for that. Background fight has completed in the meanwhile. So let's go check on that. We got 4,914 coins, 4,662 XP potions, 60 of each of these insignia melee attacks, and 4 legendary extracts for our trouble there. Let's go over the events. Wizard Sword, we got 1, well, for completing promotion raid stages 10 times, we have got 1 huge stamina potion. Let's see, how close are we now on this quarter of glory? That's not what I wanted at. I wanted to look at Brave Conquest. For some reason, those two things are very similar names to me. Still so much to go here. I'm not going to make it to the next thing on that, I don't think. But I will go ahead and run some more. No, I won't. I'm not even going to do those. Makes no sense to do that. Let's go to Heroes instead and go find what is needed next. Alright, we have all that we need of these for her. So let's go ahead and promote her. And when we do, enemies entering a painted tile immediately take 300% AoE magic damage once and are inflicted with magic resistance reduction, which reduces their resistance to magic by 25%. This damage has an 8-second cooldown per enemy. When casting the ultimate, immediately resets this cooldown for all enemies and reduces the cooldown by 4 seconds during the ultimate. Alright, so we got that. Then, let's see, that was her. The next thing that would be most useful, I think, would be to get hers up to snuff, and we'll need another 3 runs of the raid to get that. So let's go here, go to auto fight, and we'll do 3, and minimize this, and very soon we'll be able to get her promoted up a little bit more. In the meanwhile, we'll come back over to the arena, and let's see. Let's give this person a try down here at the bottom. It's a name that I can't pronounce. It's not in the English letters. So let's go ahead and check this out. 351,546 of their BP. Ours is 367,711. Let's go ahead and go fight and see what happens. Alright, so first and foremost, I'm going to scroll up so you can see a little bit better and zoom or switch over there. Now there's Valderon. Valderon is the guy we often see here. Gains 1 stack of chaotic vitality. This is diabolic manifestation. When potent surge reaches its maximum, gains 2 stacks of chaotic vitality. Inflicts vulnerability versus physical damage on nearby enemies, continuously reducing the effect's duration. Now they've thrown out Lord Phineas. He's the bronze guy. Devil's Den is his ultimate. Increases attack by 50% and doubles the effect of Viscount's Flame gained by the hero while increasing attack range. Upon activation, deals 800% burst damage one time to one target in range, then changes to ranged attack. Removes all stacks of viscous played from the hero when the ultimate ends. Oof, that was terrible. Got slaughtered. Alright. Defeat, that was this fellow with 351,546 BP. Stats show that Voltron topped the damage by a good bit at 5,971,700, followed by Xena at 2,589,880, and then Arrogance at 2,017,030. For that, we got 3 arena coins. Alright, now we'll try another one, and the next one is like significantly higher than us in the old BP over here. I think it was 392,521. I think. Yes. Okay. I will very likely die here, but we'll go ahead and give it a shot anyway. Fearless, I tell you, absolutely fearless. Now, let's see. Move over and see what we got going here. This is Numera. We tried to get Numera before, but failed to. She has Nature's Wrath, immediately gains 2 extra Grimthorn spikes, and rapidly launches all Grimthorn spikes to random enemies in range after charging for a short period, each spike dealing 480% damage and inflicting 1 stack of poison. Then they've thrown out Dao Chan. She switches between Serenade of Hope and Song of Sorrow. If it's a little red thing like what's around her right now, she's basically going to be increasing the DPS of those in her range. If it was blue, then she'd be doing healing. Now they've thrown out Talon, who we have but haven't used yet. She has Nature's Resolve. When activated, reduces attack interval by 50% and attack ignores 60% magic resistance. While in Berserker stance, this effect is replaced with increases attack by 50% and all damage reduction by 20%, dispels 1 debuff from the hero every 5 seconds, and when taking direct damage, restores 5% of their max HP for the hero and adjacent tiles. Alright, so that was Talon. Then they have Casil. Casil has Hallow Blade. Deals 550% damage with defense penetration to 1 enemy in range, and inflicts stun on them. After casting the ultimate, if there are enemies in range, consumes 1 stack of Divine Sigil, and restores 50% rage. When 3 allied heroes are adjacent to the hero, the ultimate has disappeared because their guy died. Here we have Alicia, who has Thunder's Bind. Casts 1 lightning orb at the enemies. After that, basic attack will additionally deal 60% true damage on the hero's attack. Well, things aren't looking grand, gotta tell ya. So, it's a shame there. Looks like they've slipped by my defenses, slaughtered my base. Too bad. Alright. So, that was easy quit with 392,521 BP. Stats show that looks like Talon did the most damage with 7,718,980, followed by Numera with 6,992,910. Then it drops down to Arrogance at 5,978,640, and Xena at 5,307,450. We got 3 arena coins for that. Alright, not too bad, all things considered, if you ask me. Let's get out of there, and then we can go to the background fights. We got 2,457 coins, 1,890 XP potions, 1 mythic extract, and then 30 of each of these insignia marksments here. Okay, so we can now go back to the heroes, and looks like over to Talon, I think. I believe it was her. Yes, we need that. Okay, so we promote her up. It promotes all of her basic attributes by basically 10%, I believe. Okay, apparently she needs another promotion from the same group here. So we'll need to run another promotion grade 7 times to be able to get enough for that. So let's auto fight. 8 times. And we're going to be a little shy of what we need. I don't have too terribly long left for things reset. I'll go ahead and use another of these huge stamina potions. However, why not? Let's do it. Go ahead and start that. And so, should be able to get that. Let's go over to events. We've got Wizard's Horde. Participate in the arena 15 times, and that gives us 6 arena permits. Could have gone ahead and kept it there and then claimed it when I needed them, but instead I foolishly claimed them now. Alright, cool. Good to know where we stand, right? Okay, we can refresh for free in 2 minutes. Let's see, anything else? Go back over here as I think. Actually, no, I want to go look at the events and see how much more we need in the corridor of glory before we can get anywhere. It's not grand. We need 1,800 points to be able to get this Painter's Shard Brush Shard. And we have 1,311. Feels like that's going to take a minute. We've been doing the promotions. Grade 1 promotion on, and okay, so Elite, Rare, Epic, and Legendary. So if we've got a Legendary guy, and okay, alright, then that's 3 for grade 1, 10 for grade 2, 15 for grade 3, 25 for grade 4. Yeah, okay. Alright, interesting. If we're just doing grade 1s, it's going to take a minute, but we have a lot of insignias at that level. So I don't know. I mean, it's something to think about. Alright. Then we got the Wizard's Horde over here. Complete promotion raid stages 15 times. And for that, we get 1 huge stamina potion, which just kind of replaces some of what we've had to use. Alright, so this Brave Conquest event is about to end. So that one is just not going to go anywhere, I'm afraid, as far as how far we can get in it. We've gotten as far as we're going to be able to, unfortunately. And so, I won't worry about it too much. And I think I'll go continue promoting some people that we have the pieces to promote. And then very soon I'll have to run because of it being almost 2 in the morning. Alright, we could, if we wanted to, promote Theowen, but I don't think that I want to use these gold insignias right now. Alright, let's see. These are the level 2 insignias, or the rank 2, I suppose. Level may not be accurate. I think we may as well use all of the blues, probably, because we have so very many. And, you know, why not? Well, let's do it. So this is, who is this? This is Philippa. And we're going to promote her and unlock Arcane Impact. Arcane Impact is an automatically triggered thing. Every 8 seconds, the next attack deals 240% damage. Very nice. Then there is this one. This one is new to me. It's Eliza. I think I just got her. And let's go ahead and promote her skill here. I don't know anything about her yet. She has Relentless Strikes, which is a passive ability. Killing enemies turns basic attack into 2 consecutive strikes. Well, that could be good. Let's see, that looks like... Well, I suppose I could do something with old Drogo over here if I wanted to. But even he needs the purple things at this point. See if any of these guys could use the blue. Yes, okay, alright. So I could give something to Nash here. Let's make sure I don't have another copy of him. That would be fun. And you know, the funny part is, I'm so incredibly non-visual, I could actually just scroll right by him and not realize it. So, alright, hopefully I didn't. And we'll go ahead and promote him, which unlocks his skill Bash, increases attack by 10%, and extends attack range for 8 seconds, allowing the hero to attack up to 5 targets within 2 tiles ahead. Cooldown of 20 seconds. Sure, why not? Here we have Narvi. Surprising if I don't have a higher version of her, but I guess I don't. Would have shown up if I did. So, alright, promote her. And that unlocks the Adventurous skill. Restores HP equal to 10% of max HP and 3 cost every 18 seconds. Alright, these guys, man, I'm telling you what, I don't really know that I care to give them promotions, but at the same time, we're not doing anything with these anyway, and we'll get a few more points on the Corridor of Glory for it, so why not, right? Go ahead and promote Glenn. Gives him Holy Blessing, which is a passive ability. When Holy Shelter is triggered, gains 15% extra magic damage reduction as well. I saw that the background fights finished, so let's go check those out. 6,552 points, 5,040 XP potions, 80 of each of these insignia of marksmen, and 1 legendary extract for that. Okay, so that means I can go over here and finish promoting up Talon as high as I have it at the moment. So when we promote her, made it up to 5 stars, increases attack by 15% in battle. It can be deployed on both platform and ground tiles. When deployed on ground tiles, the hero transforms into Berserker Stance. So Berserker Stance reduces attack range and increases base attack interval to 3 seconds. Attacks deal AoE physical damage to enemies in range. Increases block by 3 and max HP by 100%. Increases defense equal to 80% of attack. Attacks have a 20% chance to inflict 10% vulnerability versus physical damage, and cannot target airborne units. Talon's class changes to Defender, and she's also considered a platform unit in Guild War. Okay, got it. Let's see, the next thing on those is a ways down, as I recall. And it was Belize here. You know, I don't need these for any of the other people, so let's go ahead and promote her here too. She's up to 4 stars at the moment. Basic attributes all went up. And I could do that again with her, and I eventually will. But I think now I had best. Well, let's check on Arena. I can do this real fast. Refresh the opponents. Probably something going on here that looks like, I think the name is Araka of that character that this Wolska has. Let's go ahead and see how bad that's going to be for us. The stage monster VP is 160,706. Who knows how it'll go, because sometimes they can surprise you whenever they only have one like that, because the VP of that one is much higher. Alright, so they don't have anybody out yet. Okay, now they have a rock. Spider Stance. The hero evolves, expands attack range, increases damage by 40%, converts basic attack to something, and we got that one. So, victory. Wolfska had 42,855 BP, and stats show that Xena dominated with 648,801 damage during that. We got 3 arena coins and 5,000 gold. Then the next one, and the only other one that we have the real chance against, is going to be this Russian name plus 11908040. let's get from go. It's probably going to go pretty poorly for us from what I can see here. VP of the stage monsters, 352,841. Let's auto fight. Zoom off and move over and let's have a look at this stuff. Here's Voltron, fan favorite. Diabolic Manifestation is his ultimate. Gains 1 stack of Chaotic Vitality. When Potent Surge reaches its maximum, gains 2 stacks of Chaotic Vitality. Inflicts vulnerability versus physical damage on nearby enemies continuously during the effect duration. Alright, do we have anybody else out over here? Not quite yet, looks like. They've got Lord Phineas, who has Devil's Den. Increases attack by 50% and doubles the effect of Viscount's Flame gained by the hero while increasing attack range. Upon activation, deals 600% burst damage one time to one target in range, then changes to ranged attack. Removes all stacks of Viscount's Flame from the hero when the ultimate ends. They've also thrown out Sun Wukong back here, who has Splitting Hairs. Deals 100% damage 18 times to one enemy, and I believe inflicts stun. Alright, 335,110 for this fellow. And stats show that Voltron did the most damage by far, with 6,128,490 damage, followed by almost a tie between Xena and Arrogance at 2,700,000 or so. Those are the high hitters for sure. We got 3 arena coins for that. Alright, and that's about all I can do there. So, hop out of here. And then, I guess, you know what? I better take off because it is 1:58 a.m. and I ought to probably get a little bit of sleep tonight. So, it was absolutely a pleasure streaming with you guys. Hope you enjoyed the session. If you're not following me yet, be sure to follow me and turn on notifications so you can see the next time that I go live. Hopefully, I'll see you all tomorrow. Good night for now.